Pep has started beefing with his fans for some reason.
Hmm.
Guys, what's going on in the other part of Manchester?
He just needs support, man. His team are tired.
They just whooped 6-3, but like he wasn't happy with the fans. He was all right with the team, but like he wasn't happy with the fans. And then they drew 0-0 and
I mean,
he,
what
you
was?
know,
Sorry, wait. Could I just the amount of memes I've seen on this, by the way, I just really want to bring up the stats. He really urged fans to come in. 16 shots, only one on target. I
Look, man.
mean,
Gurav, yeah.
Look, the bald fucking crybaby that had all the toys that any manager could ask for has basically gone out and found the one thing that he can't fucking buy, and that's a fan base. So like, he's started moaning about that,
oh,
but
sorry.
it's like, you basically got a scenario where like fucking how many left backs do you need, Pep? 10? All right, we'll buy you 10 left backs. No worries. You're good. How many midfielders do you need that do the same thing that Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva do? Three more? Okay, we'll get you three more. No worries. You don't want a striker? You want another attacking midfielder? All right, yalla, Jack Grealish, 100 million. No worries. It's all good, bro. You want Ronaldo? We'll try for that too. Oh, he wants to go home? Okay, no worries, no worries. We'll get you Holland next year. Don't worry, baby. It's fine. Don't worry. What the fuck does this guy have to moan about, bro? Now you bitching at your own fans for not attending games. You know why your fans don't fucking attend games? Because you don't have any fans to fucking begin with, bro. That's why none of your fucking commercial deals ever made sense to anyone who knew anything about football. How the fuck are you getting bigger commercial deals than the likes of Chelsea, United, Liverpool, or Arsenal? You don't have the quantity of fans. So like these guys built a bigger stadium,
At
still
home.
can't they can't like I think it's great, dude, because whatever gets Guardiola the fuck out of City is good. Just great.
You don't think he has a point? Either of you don't think he has a point that like
I,
we should
I,
be we're the number one team in England. We should be having a rocking stadium every time sold out. No?
no, I'll say this. I like shitting on Pep. I like shitting on City, but yeah, I think he does have a point. But you can't really change anything about their fan base. Like, I mean,
After
look,
having come from Camp
person,
Nou, which is like isn't Camp Nou like 90,000 people and it is
hundred
constant like
thousand, yeah.
70,000 is constantly there. Like people are there, right?
Dude, I also think like it's a bit hypocritical, right? Like if this was any other profession, if this was the manager of any other team of employees, right? Say this was a nightclub owner and he had a really good nightclub and his nightclub was the best and he had the best DJs playing there every fucking night. Can he moan and bitch at people in the neighborhood and be like, "Oh, y'all don't like my nightclub. You guys better come and shit because I have the best DJs and this and that." No, motherfucker. If people don't
He
like it,
didn't,
they don't like the
he
product.
he
You
didn't
have
say
to
we have
make
the
a
best
better
team.
product. You have
He
to
didn't.
make a better product for people to come and buy it. You can't demand that people buy your product because you think it's the best.
Well, it's not just he thinks it's the best. A lot of people think it's the best. They've been the
But
most
no,
dominant team. No,
objectively,
but and
it is
again,
number one.
and no, and again, by the way, this isn't like a Chelsea side, who, I mean, fine, or let's just say they aren't like Arsenal or Spurs, right? They don't play boring football and they're not shit. Like this is a team that plays really, really good football, and he's not telling them I play the best football, so come and watch my team. He's saying just come in and support my team. From that perspective, I kind of get it, but I want to talk about it from another perspective. When I was living in England, like the amount of shit I used to get from City fans, oh, we're more of an English club. We have like true passionate fan base. And now, like 13 years later, like your manager is telling you to get in and watch your football team. And you can't even fill in Champions League nights. Like people actually think your Champions League nights are dull.
Look,
So
Look, like I can take like devil's advocate, like I can play devil's advocate and I can say like, okay, maybe Pep has a point. He wants like, fans to like support the team and like blah 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 blah, right? There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. And like a la Jurgen Klopp said a long time ago in his first season at Liverpool, that when he saw fans leaving before the 90th minute because they were a goal down, he said it became very lonely in the stadium. And he didn't think that that was the way it was going to be at Anfield. And then from then on, like Liverpool fans have stayed till the end, and the team have given us a reason to stay till the end because we win a lot of games late. So like at the end of the day, there's a way to do it, man. And
True.
this is why this actually really tells you the difference between a Pep and a Klopp. Because even Pep's former players, the likes of like Ibrahimovic, the likes of Samuel Eto'o, have said that he doesn't know how to man manage. He doesn't know how to talk to people.
Zlatan. Zlatan.
Even Eto'o said the same thing, that he doesn't know how to talk to people. But you can see that Jurgen Klopp clearly does. And like Pep could have gotten the message out, he could have gotten the right reaction, but it's just the way he does it. It doesn't seem right coming from him.
So he
Someone
should
from
stick to coaching.
inside, someone from inside the club, like the back office, the suits and tie guy, he was saying that basically Pep doesn't understand that people are busy on a Wednesday evening. That the league is one thing, it's on a weekend, so people have the time, but people don't have the time. I feel that's a very weak excuse personally. I don't know.
That's a
Like
cop.
it's a Champions League night. It's not Wednesday night. It's Champions League.
Yeah, that's a cop out. That's a cop out. Yeah, if fucking West Ham made it to the Champions League, you can guarantee every Wednesday they'd fucking fill that stadium, right? And Liverpool have had no issues doing it. United have had no issues doing it. Chelsea have had no issues filling stadiums. Arsenal, for whenever the fuck they were in the Champions League, they've always filled that stadium too, right? So like, look, at the end of the day, maybe City just don't respect the Champions League. Maybe City fans are just not as excited about the Champions League as they are about the Premier League.
Can I put it a different way? What if City fans expect the group stages to be like whatever, like let's just get it over with. We're gonna win anyways. Like the group stages we're gonna get through anyways. We're not
I don't buy
united.
that. I don't buy that. No matter what, you need to support your team. That's how I feel. I don't care if you're 6-1 down, which we have been twice in the last decade or so. Like, you need to stay till the end and support your team. Personally, that's how I feel. I don't think you should take anything for granted because, let's be honest, you've achieved fuck all in Europe.
See,
Um,
I think you've touched on something there when you're talking about the fact that, like, oh, maybe the group stage games aren't as important. The reason I think the other English clubs, the other teams in the Champions League manage to fill up their stadiums is because they have a global fan base, right? So if they have weekday games or midweek games, they still have enough fans that are traveling from like around the world to come watch them play.
yeah.
They have fans traveling from other parts of England who are come watching to watch them play at Anfield or at Old Trafford or wherever the fuck it may be. Whereas with Manchester City, they don't have a historical fan base. They don't have that big of a historical fan base globally. If you really look at it, the global English clubs are Manchester United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. And over the course of the last 20 years, Chelsea. Tottenham are not there. Villa aren't there. None of these other clubs are there. So Manchester City are not going to fill that stadium, I think, consistently every game, night in, night out, for another 10 years. And 10 years of being right at the pinnacle.
And winning Champions Leagues. Like, you're not going
Yeah.
to do that if you're I mean, you can't do that if you're not even filling your own stadiums at the group stage. Um,
It's
yeah.
kind of bizarre though. It is kind of bizarre that we have a Champions League finalist and the title winner and they can't fill their own stadium. It is just a weird scenario. Usually you have nothing but bandwagoners. Even Liverpool, frankly, you're talking about this. Liverpool has a huge fan base in China only because they started winning and playing very attractive football, but because they were winners, did they grow a quick fan base in China? And the historical element helps that. There's a whole branding element behind that. But it is just weird that in terms of city, they just have not found the bandwagoners even the Hassans of the world, if you guys understand.
Yeah, like I actually think it's really strange because like even the glory hunters of the world would still rather go to like a Barcelona, Madrid, a Bayern Munich. They'd even an Inter or an AC Milan, right? For some reason, there's nothing attractive about City, even for a glory hunter's perspective, because it's really weird, man. They've had great teams even before Pep, but for some reason they've never been anyone's like fucking team to watch. Like it's never been like City are the ones to watch. You still would consider United and Liverpool to be the biggest clubs in England, despite all the success that City have had in the last 20 years. And I think them not being able to fill that stadium is just symptomatic of the fact that underneath all the trophies and all the glitzy players and the big salaries and the massive transfer windows, this is still a club that has just bought its success. And it isn't actually where it's supposed to be. It's just plastic. It's a plastic club with a plastic stadium. And now
Could you say the same about Chelsea though? But look where they are.
yeah, so maybe 10 years from now, they won't be plastic, bro. But until then, plastic.
Yeah, fair.
Well, looking forward, let's say, what will it take for them not to be plastic? Two Champions Leagues in the next 5 years? What's the benchmark? One Champions League in the next this year, and they're suddenly khalas, they're like old money.
Transfer windows would be nice.
Sorry.
2 FFP compliant transfer windows would be fucking nice.
Could you say the same about Chelsea then?
Why don't you get rid of any sponsor that maybe perhaps you also happen to know the owner quite closely? And get real sponsors, and then we'll talk.
You've been a good friend, Gaurav. We'll miss you.
Fair, fair.
I'm just talking football, dude. I'm just talking football. Like at the end of the day, it's like John Henry getting the Boston Red Sox to fucking sponsor Liverpool. It's the same deal. And we can make that a $1 billion shirt sponsorship if we want, because it's wooden money. But that allows Liverpool to spend $1 billion in the transfer market every fucking window. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It is. I agree, but it's symptomatic of football. I don't think
any neutral fan with a modicum of knowledge about football transfers and football finance can respect City at the same level as all the other European giants until there is complete transparency on where that money is coming from and how it's being spent. And that's never going to happen. So City are always going to have to be the specter of that like oil money investment. They will always have that specter over them. So
well, look, it's honestly, it's not like Chelsea are a good club. Like they've got their hands dirty on a lot of things. I think it's also the fact that the bad press, that the fact that they're an Arab country, I think that also goes against them. If I'm being honest, like, I mean, Chelsea are a dirty, dirty club. Their owner is dirty as hell. So yeah, it's just the way.
This is
Yeah, everyone.
there is no honor among thieves in this case. We're just the scale goes from bad to worse once again. It's like the European Super League versus UEFA. Like there's no good guys in this. There's no benevolent billionaires. Don't buy into that idea.
Yeah, you can look at it across PSG. You will look at it across Barcelona. Like Barcelona, disgusting. Like I'm sure I don't have proof and I haven't read anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Glazers had their hand in a lot of dirty shit. You could say the same about Liverpool owners as well. Everyone is involved in something. It's
And
corporations, man.
the only possible sort of model or idol in this scenario, in my opinion, and this is just maybe I'm wrong, is Bayern Munich. I feel they're the only ones who seem to do things the right way, and I don't know, like
Well, yeah, they dominate and they buy and they destroy their league, their farmers league. But like, yeah, they
no,
do it
no,
right.
they do,
They do it
but
above board.
that's like they're not doing it in a dirty manner though. They're still doing it by like winning and like poaching football. They're not like, and taking the coaches too at this point, but
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a different topic. This is a different topic. You guys, what do you think about this whole Pep situation? Should he have spoken out in the first place? Was he right for speaking out? Isn't it weird that the number one team has to essentially beg for fans to show up on a Champions League night in which they won 6-3 against a very solid competition too? It's not like anyways, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time. We're the substitutes. Peace out.
Yeah, and fill up the empty hat, please.